China. Welcome to Peak Oil News for June 18th, 2022. China, so reluctant to refine. Like the United States, China's fuel prices are exploding, yet it appears that their refining capacity is underused, at least when it comes to exporting fuel. Exports of refined fuels are 40% lower than May of last year, yet prices of fuel have clearly exploded in the last year. Why aren't they taking advantage of the opportunity? Mainstream sources seem to think this is because China is dedicated to reducing emissions and saving the climate. But those of us less sheepish don't believe China, or the CCP rather, give two shits about global warming, or their people for that matter. The real answer is that they simply know that it makes more sense economically to hold on to oil commodities while they are relatively cheap than to sell them, particularly when you are getting them for 30% cheaper than the global benchmark, thanks to Russia. Also, many refined products end up going to U.S. markets, and the Chinese could be flirting with sanction violations if they did this. Perhaps they do not want to anger El Presidente, but I doubt it. Interestingly, according to oilprice.com, China is one of the only places in the world to sit on spare capacity rather than to tap it. Nothing about this story makes much sense, but I felt like it needed to be noted. In our second story, it looks like England is waking up to the new world of energy depletion, and the administration of Boris Johnson has admitted that while oil may be polluting, it's the only real energy source they have. While the government has pledged time and time again to move towards clean energy, the economics of it and the inflation it causes seems to have made them change course to a more balanced transition. Just recently, the government has agreed to give subsidies for oil drilling and exploration in the North Sea, in an open break from its COP26 pledges. And in our last bit of news, Bitcoin, the energy-based currency, saw its biggest one-day drop in its recorded history. And because of this, I spent most of the day getting drunk. Cheers, I'll be back in 2 days.